Hello, ninth graders. It's that time of year to select courses for the following year. So I'm going to walk through some of the things that you'll need to know in order to select courses for 10th grade. It's important for you to know what your graduation and college requirements are. The UC-CSU A through G requirements are the requirements for the University of California and California State University college systems. They're a standard that we tend to go by, but it's important that you look at the requirements for all colleges that you are interested in to ensure that you meet the minimum requirements for any college that you plan on applying to in the future. There are some big differences between the graduation requirements and the UC-CSU A through G requirements. One of those differences is with math. Your graduation requirements do require that you have 20 credits of math, up through at least integrated math 2. The A through G requirements require that you must complete at least integrated math 3, which would give you your 30 credits, and they recommend actually that you have 40 credits. The other area that is different is that language other than English is a required course for A through G requirements, whereas it is not required for graduation requirements. In addition, it is important to look at what college prep elective you are taking. Whereas we offer a lot of different electives, there are certain classes that will give you that specific college prep elective for A through G requirements, or you can satisfy that by taking something in excess of the above listed courses as well. Another big thing that we want to make sure you understand is that all A through G requirements must be passed with a C grade or better. In 10th grade, students must take an English course, and your options are between English 3-4 or Honors Humanities, a history course, World History, or AP World History, which is also linked with Honors World History as a year-long course, and a math course. Now let's hear from some of your teachers.
In English 3-4, we spend about 75% of the time reading 3 different novels and analyzing literature. And then we spend about 25% of the time reading and writing expository or nonfiction texts. There are, I think, 2 on-demand essays and about 3 processed essays. We have vocabulary every week, so a little vocabulary quiz on academic language, and a couple of presentations as well.
Honors Humanities looks at English in a broader context. We look at the art, philosophy, religion from the Renaissance to now. We don't do as much literary work in Honors Humanities as they do in high school English 3-4. We do a lot more writing. There are 5 on-demands and I think 3 process essays, including a sophomore thesis. That's a heavily researched paper. But we want kids to explore all of the humanities from the Renaissance and especially to now, and see how the humanities impacts culture.
History is designed for the 10th grade student who's going to be achieving largely 10th grade material. That is, we'll expect our 10th graders to have success in writing skills at the grade level, 10th grade level. More importantly, the world history course itself is going to examine a curriculum designed for the 10th grader and the entire world's perspective. So unlike AP European, which is Eurocentric, we're going to examine a multitude of perspectives globally. Our homework load is going to be significantly less. In fact, a student who's fairly productive in class may only have maybe 1 or 2 homework assignments a week.
I am going to tell you just a few tidbits about AP World History if you are interested in taking the course. We're going to have a lot of fun. We are going to cover some amazing themes like political systems throughout history, social interactions like families. How did families grow and evolve? Religion. How did religions interact with one another? And did they take anything from one another? How did they evolve? Racial and ethnic constructions. How did we get to these social constructions about race and ethnicity that we have today? How did they grow and change? Social, economic, class systems, technology, and innovation. How did all those things affect the world? And as a global history, we're going to see how there were these interactions with these themes and these ideas over time. You're going to need to plan for 45 minutes to 1 hour's worth of homework each day. We are going to work intensively in the classroom, but then after class, you're going to have to spend quite a bit of time reading and studying and getting ready for class as well. This is going to be a wonderful, fun class, and I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Okay, so my sophomore year, I took Calculus AB. I really liked it. My teacher helped me see the real-world application of calculus, and that was really cool. And then the next year, as a junior, I took Calculus BC. Once again, my teacher was awesome. Both classes, they work kind of hard. I know BC is based as like 60% off of the material from AB, but both experiences were really rewarding, and I know if I take it in college, I'll be really prepared. So I'm taking stats this year and I really like it. Through my experience, I don't think the concepts are as hard as calc, but it might be a little bit more tedious with all the numbers that you have to enter into your calculator. One thing that I really like about stats is I think it's useful no matter what field or major you're going to go into in the future. So whether you're going to be going into business or finance or law and medicine, I think everybody is eventually going to be working with numbers and statistics. I think it's cool that I can go onto any news site or magazine and I'll see graphs and I know how to interpret it. So I think that's awesome.
So biology is a class I think that every student should take because it directly relates to your own body and how your own body works. Things from as small as at a cellular level all the way up to, whole organ systems like your nervous system or your hormones and your endocrine system. It's just a way of better understanding why your body is doing what it is.
After taking the first 2 years of Spanish here at WestU, I definitely recommend going on to 5, 6, and 7, 8. You learn about the culture of Spanish-speaking countries as well as learn to speak the language itself. It's definitely valuable information, so strongly recommend continuing on. It was a really fun class. Taking AP Spanish here at WestU is definitely one of the best academic decisions I've made. The class itself was so much fun. We learned how to hold a conversation. We learned different things culturally about Spanish-speaking countries. Just a lot of information that I think is going to take me far, both in school and outside of it. Geographically, where we are in San Diego, I think it's very important to learn how to speak another language, especially Spanish. So I'm definitely glad I went on, and taking that class was a really good experience.
Now that you know what classes to take for next year, I will walk you through how to check your graduation requirements on Synergy. Students can check their graduation status as well as their course history through the Course History tab in Student View. For example, a student who is in 9th grade currently will show classes that they are currently in yellow, courses they have completed in green, and the gray will be classes that are still remaining. You can see students' GPAs on the right-hand side, as well as student course history with details on, and you can select and filter out the school type to high school so that students can just see the class that they've taken this year in high school and their grades. This is a great resource in helping to see what courses you need for the following years as you build your schedule for next year. All course request materials can be found online through the Westview Counseling Canvas course and our Westview Counseling website. By clicking on the course information and course request materials link, you'll be directed to a Westview course registration newsletter, which provides links to all of our important dates, appointment links with counselors, as well as recorded videos. You also have four-year plans, sample four-year plans, as well as all of our course catalogs and profiles and course offerings for this upcoming year. I encourage you to check out the course profiles, where you can learn more about our courses and through podcasts and various resources that teachers have provided to make sure that you are making an informed decision in your class selection. In addition to the course profiles, we also have other resources in helping you to actually select your courses. You have these instruction sheet on how to go about selecting courses in Synergy, as well as any course request worksheets you may need to use in selecting your courses for next year to ensure that you are selecting 8 courses and those that are required for your grade level. At Westview, we have so many wonderful electives to choose from. Here's a video that highlights just a few.
So some good electives for people to take who are interested in business would be marketing, econ, business management. Business management deals with a lot of things that involve going out and talking to people and actually being in a business and getting a feel of what it feels like. Marketing, on the other hand, involves a lot of speaking skills, a lot of standing up presentation skills, and it teaches you a lot of things about other businesses and how marketing works as an aspect, a real important aspect in the business world.
Okay, graphic design is exactly what it sounds like. You just create designs, logos, things, just using Illustrator and Photoshop. And these are really like in-depth courses, and each project focuses on like different parts of design, all different categories. And this can help you like form a small business. You can create your own logos, make people want to buy your products, things like that.
Okay, I would recommend drawing and painting and ceramics because both the teachers for both classes really teach you all the skills you need, even if you don't know anything about art. They will go through it from basic to advanced and teach you the steps you need to progress. And so I did not know how to do any art, and I feel after I took those classes I can figure out how to do it, and I'm more skilled in it now, I guess.
Photo is a very fun elective where first you get to learn how to use a film camera and develop your negatives in the darkroom, and then after that learn how to use a digital camera and edit your pictures in Lightroom and Photoshop. You get to be really creative, and it's a really fun environment because everyone's just kind of working together, and the teacher is a lot of fun. You have to take some pictures outside of class, but it's a really great experience and I'd recommend it to anyone.
So broadcast journalism is an elective class that teaches you the basics of news reporting. The class is really fun. You get to work with a group of people and create segments that air almost every week during homeroom. The skills you learn are how to operate a camera, how to properly write a script, how to report and piece together a story, and lastly, how to use an editing program called Final Cut Pro. You have to do a lot of work outside of the class in order to find stories that are interesting and stories that you can create a segment on. Overall, it's a really fun class and I highly recommend it.
Choir is an elective class. There's 3 courses for main people, and it's beginning choir, concert choir, and bella voce, which is the advanced choir. I've been in choir for all 4 years. I love it. It's a great way to express yourself. You learn the basics of music theory, you learn how to sing in beginning choir, and as you continue on, you do performances and stuff, and it's really fun. You should do it.
So marine science is dealing with the physical aspects of the ocean, and so we'll look at ocean currents, waves, plate tectonics, and features like volcanoes and earthquakes and tsunamis and El Nino. And then zoology is more about animals. And so we're dealing with single-celled animals all the way up to multicellular animals. And so it's a pretty fun class to get to see a wide range of animals that maybe you didn't even know about.